YouTube, good morning. Welcome back to another video. I'm really kind of proud of myself, with staying consistent with these. Of course, I mean, life gets crazy for everyone, and there's a million other things going on, but like making it a point to stay consistent with these, it's been fun, and I'm super proud of myself. It's a learning curve for sure. I mean, editing the stuff, and then you're thrown curveballs with trying to upload it. So yeah, it's Thursday morning, it's 6:55 a.m. We're sitting in the parking lot. You guys know we got legs this morning. And then today we are back at the house to demo the rest of the drywall. And I left the hardest part for last. We have the ceiling. So right after my workout, I've got to go pick up, and it's called an insulation vacuum, insulation removal vacuum. Essentially all this does is it sits outside. It's a gas powered machine. You hook up a very large bag to it, and then there's a hose, and I have to go up in the attic and suction out all of the insulation, because after we get that done, we then have to pull down all the drywall from the ceiling. So it's going to be a messy job. It's going to be a very sweaty job. If any of you have ever been in an attic, you definitely know that it's on the hotter side of hot, especially here in Florida. Let's get this workout. I'll see you guys after. What's up, y'all? Just got back to the house. I had to come home because I had to eat. So we've got our protein coffee here. Something I've been adding to that, it's this Relight hydration. It's essentially just an electrolyte. Pretty good, but it's chocolate flavored. So it's really good in the coffee. And then of course we do our 1UP nutrition, the salted caramel. And then I also add in this Pro Mix creatine. So I'm back home eating a little something. What up? And then we also have three tiny pieces of toast and some peanut butter and jelly on it. So getting this down, then we're headed to the house. What's up, chat? We just got to the house. This is the look today. Long sleeve shirt, and then I also have a respirator, however you say it, the mask. The big ones with the pink things on the end. I ordered that yesterday just because I know it's not the best thing to be breathing in all that stuff, so we came prepared. Oh boy. So here we have it. Find a trash can really quick. Get that off. All right, so here we have all of the ceiling. There's everything. Obviously, I'm gonna get the fans down, all that stuff. It'll probably be better for me to do that beforehand. So a little story time before I get started with everything. Sydney and I, we used to go to this place. It was called The Battery, and it was in Channelside. And we met a guy named Manny there. And he, every time we went, we would ask for Manny to be our server. We formed like this kind of like, like a little bit of a friendship with him. So with the roll-off dumpsters, I had rented 2 of these before to do everything else. And yesterday I tried calling that same company, but I couldn't get through to them. And Manny, so like, he obviously has like Instagram and everything, but I didn't know that it was this guy. So like he would like comment, here and there, like if you guys ever need dumpsters, like, reach out, blah, blah, blah. So I thought about him and I said, okay, let me reach out to this company. Reached out to him, not knowing that it was the Manny guy. I just thought it was somebody, that kind of followed Sid and just like, knew about us or whatever. So I reached out, and yesterday, I'm on the phone with him. We're setting everything up. I also had DM'd him to try to, because I called at first, didn't get through. So then I shot him a DM, and then he called me back, but he didn't see the DM till later on. So we get everything scheduled, drop off time. He was going to send over the invoice, da 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 da. And then crazy enough, he says, yo, is this Jay? And I said, yeah. And he's like, this is Manny from The Battery. And like, you guys know like those mind-blowing moments where it's like, out of all people, you know, like how we just crossed paths again like this. It was just insane, but just an all-around great guy. I'm gonna look up the company just because I would like to, you know, give him a shout out. Like if you guys are ever in the market looking for a dumpster here in Tampa, it's Metalhead Dumpsters. So METALS HEAD Dumpsters. So Metalhead Dumpsters. And if you're ever, you know, in the market looking for a dumpster, be sure to reach out to Manny and let him know that I sent you. He's just an unbelievable guy. You know, even before knowing it was me on the phone, he's like, you know, telling me about their policies and structure of how they're transparent with their pricing, and the pricing was like absolutely amazing. Compared to the other 2 dumpsters I rented, like, this is very, very fair. So just a little story time. All right, let me get into this. Oh my goodness. Bro, this is 1,000 times harder than what I anticipated. Look at that. So started in the attic, realized quickly that was gonna take forever. Like with the hose itself, trying to vacuum all that up out of the attic. So then ended up going over and taking the hose out, and then I was kicking the drywall in. And then I had Pops, my father-in-law, using the vacuum to then get all the insulation. It's just taken forever. I've got one side of the house of all the drywall down. It's just super hard up in the attic, and then when I'm trying to pull, it's up and down the ladder, but we're making progress. I'm gonna try to set this up to get some clips. Wow, this battery's on 1%. Really good progress today. Not as much as I wanted to get done, but it is what it is. I gotta fly through this. But anyway, so all the drywall is down. It was an absolute mess with all of it on the floor, but thankfully the piece of machine that I rented was able to come up, and now there's a mess outside. But we got that whole side of the house, and then now we got to do this tomorrow. I'm gonna go ahead and rent an extra day on that piece of machine, but this is what we have for tomorrow. Overall successful day. That attic was hot as shit. As if you've been in an attic, like I said, you know, but very, very hot. I literally needed to go sit down once I got down from there, but I wanted to get all of it down. I just wanted to get that done, and then I was like, I can take a break. Took a little bit of a break, went and got gas for the piece of machine, and then got back here and started getting everything up. But really good progress. Headed home, gonna be back at it tomorrow. We've got a run in the morning. I was supposed to run 5 miles today, but that is not happening with all I had to do today. And I'm definitely not doing when I get home. But we have a run in the morning, just 3 miles. May try to do, you know, a little more, may try to do my 5, but we have a really big run on Saturday morning. So just trying to be smart for that. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, y'all. Sid has her car running in the garage, so hopefully y'all can hear me over there. We're about to go on our run. So what I originally had planned before I decided to do the ceiling at the house was I was gonna do 5 miles yesterday and then do 3 miles today. And then my long run is gonna be tomorrow, which is gonna be an hour and 45 minutes. So however many miles we can get within that time frame. But since I didn't run yesterday, since I was absolutely exhausted, I think what I'm gonna do is 5 today, and then just keep my hour and 45 minute run tomorrow, and then see how I feel on Sunday, and I might do my 3 Sunday. I don't know, I'm kind of all over the place with it. I guess we're just gonna, today's either gonna be 3 miles or 5 miles. So I guess we'll just see how I feel when I get out there. If I hit 3 and I'm like, oh, this isn't hurting, or this feels fine, I'm good. This feels fine, then I'll probably go 5, but if I'm like, all right, that's enough, I'll probably stop at 3, so we'll see. Sydney's taking Jax to the park right now.
I always call Jax Jay and Jay Jax, and now you're calling me Jax.
Well, I looked at Jax and it meant to say your name, so yeah. I'm so annoyed with myself. I keep getting out on these runs late, and I have about like a 30-45 minute window in the morning when I get up before the sun gets up. And the past 2 times I've run, I've just been lollygagging. And then now the sun's blaring and it's like, oh, good morning, Jason. We're waiting on you. And I'm like, dang. So, oh, we just finished. I gotta give y'all a flex for that one.
Picking a wedgie.
That's so fun. I think my arm maybe have saved you. Sid was picking a wedgie, she said. Anyway, so you know how I said that I was supposed to do 5 yesterday and 3 today, and then I was either gonna do 3 or 5. Well, we created a math equation with those 2 numbers, and we ended up getting 8. So we went 5 plus 3 equals 8. Quick math, you know what I'm saying? But as always, got to give you guys the stats. So we did 8.01 miles. Total time was 1 hour and 15 minutes, and that puts us at a 9:22 average pace. I'll take it. What's up, y'all? Finally out of the house. I really just kind of had to sit around this morning and just kind of wait because I have a haircut at 10 o'clock. So after my run, I just kind of, usually I'm like, I wake up and it's like go, 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 go. But I just kind of took it slow and had a little breakfast, chilled a little bit. We have Gretchen and Max coming into town today. Unfortunately, I probably won't see them until later we're doing dinner at 6 o'clock, so I'm trying to get all of this done with the house like way before that, so I can at least hang out with them a little bit. But it'll be nice to see them, even if it is at dinner. So I'm pulling up to, I'm getting a haircut right now. It's been like 3 weeks since I've got a haircut. I wanted to get one before going to Colorado the day before, but my barber had to reschedule. He had something coming up, and then I was like, you know what, I'll just get a haircut in Colorado. Like, I'll find a barber there, but just never got around to doing that. So here we are 3 weeks later. But yeah, right after that I've got to make a stop at Academy Sports. I've got to get a tarp and some bungee cords. Yesterday the dumpster, like the vacuum shooting all that insulation into the dumpster, it just made such a mess outside of the dumpster because it created all this dust. So I'm gonna try to throw a tarp over the dumpster today to keep some of that dust inside. So I gotta stop at Academy Sports to get that, and then I also need to get some new boots. My boots are absolutely trashed. They're like not even, they're all beat up. It's just time for a new pair. I'm also gonna get Pops a matching set because he just usually wears like tennis shoes when he comes and helps out like this. So I figured that'd be nice for him to get, for me to get him a pair of boots. So I'm gonna get him a pair as well. And then after that, we'll head to the house. I've got to pick up my dump trailer and go empty that, and then we'll be able to get to work. So I'll see you guys after the haircut. All right, y'all, here's the cut. Normally after a haircut, I have like a miniature afro, just because when they take it off the top, it kind of like picks it out. Typically I don't like it. Nothing against afros, I just don't like it on myself. But I don't know if we got that much this time, or if you can even tell. So it is what it is. But I just got out of Academy as well. These are the boots we went with. So boots are just expensive, dude. Like, and I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I wear them more than I probably think I do. But I definitely wanted to keep, you know, it under like $100. These were like, I think 105 per, and I got me and Pops, my father-in-law, a pair just because he usually wears tennis shoes and he's helped me out a lot. And we got to talking the other day, and he was talking about, you know, how he wanted to get him a pair of work boots, or how he should, or something like that. So I figured it'd be a good surprise for him, and he's actually at the house now, I'm pretty sure, getting things started, just because I had some stuff I had to get done this morning. But I also got our tent, or our tarp, and our bungee cords, because I'm gonna try to put this tarp on top of that dumpster. So we're now headed to the house. I'll try to get Pop's reaction. I was gonna say Sid's dad's reaction, but you guys know him as Pop, so I can just refer to him as Pop. So I'm gonna try to get his reaction with the boots, and hopefully he likes them and throws them on, and we'll be matching today. Man, see, this is the mess that I made yesterday. Almost more insulation made it outside of it than it did inside. Look at that. How we doing? Good. I knew it was gonna be hot as shit in here.
Well, I found that thermostat.
You did.
But I don't need your gloves, and now whether.
Ah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah. We got
Thank
matching
you,
ones.
thank you.
You're
All right.
welcome.
Look at that.
So mine yesterday. like out of the outside unit, this inside unit. I love big pieces, but I don't think I am it. Yep. Well, this is nice, no insulation here. There's no like loose insulation all the way out. That's beautiful. Look at that. I wonder if that wall is a beautiful thing. I wonder how far back that goes. I think we're good. Oh no, I see a little bit. That starts over there. What are you doing, man? Tired? It's been busy, huh?
Yes.
Andrew, you must not sleep. You don't sleep much, do you?
This is a master.
Yeah. Did that work?
What?
Did the thermostat work?
Yes, I need to change the wire because this is a communication system,
Okay.
and I convert to simple system.
You still need to, or you had to? You still have to.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that a bigger project?
Yeah.
Okay. You got to leave for it, or you got to do it right now?
No, I do it.
Oh, you're doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, because the thermostat is special, you know.
Okay. Here, watch out.
The whole thermostat is not simple. It's special.
It's a special one. So you've got to rewire it to be simple.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Hey, you see what that'll do?
That'll work just fine. It's a nice piece too. Yeah, right. Okay.
Woo, boy. I didn't record the last little bit of that, but we tried cleaning up a little bit of the driveway, and then we had to load that machine back into the truck. Thing's so heavy, so heavy. The guy, when I picked it up, they loaded it up with a forklift. So that just goes to show you how heavy the thing is, and we just lifted it up into the truck. So yeah, super drenched again, but job is done. All the insulation that was on the floor is up. It's gone, it's in the dumpster, and now all we have is drywall. Got to get home, so we're gonna knock that out on Sunday. So I'm super happy with this. Once we got a routine, I mean, we were flying with it. So gotta love that. I'm just gonna show you guys a little bit. So all these rooms were absolutely just, I mean, it was probably shin height, definitely up to my shins with drywall. I mean, insulation, even in here. So we got everything up, super happy about it. And then we just have a little bit of drywall that has to go, not much. So, all right, I'm getting out of here. Gotta get home. Yeah, I'm in the truck on the way home. I had to stop and get a little pick-me-up. Y'all know how I was on the Ghost? I'm an Alani boy now. Alani. Yo, these cherry slush are like unbeatable. When we were in Colorado, Logan gets those. And I was like, yeah, I'll try it. I've had them before, but I kind of forgot what they tasted like. So I got one and I was like, yep, not going back. Just very, very good. They seem smaller. Like, I feel like you get less in the can than what you do with Ghost, but whatever. Boo-boo today, little ouchie. Dude, it looks so bad right now just because it's like filled with blood. Sid hates. Hey, I haven't even sent her a picture of it. Like, oh my gosh, you need to go to the hospital. She's just looking out for me. She just wants me to be safe. But I'm gonna walk in and, dude, it kind of looks sick. Like, not gonna lie. Be like, yeah, I went bear hunting, wrestled a lion, wrestled a tiger. Dude, yeah, that kind of looks dope. I'm looking at it in the camera right here. Looks hard. I'm not gonna lie, that shit hurt though. So what I was doing is I had just knocked down this piece of drywall, and it was in the way, so I was like, I picked it up to take it out, and it was a really big piece. So I tried doing one of those things where you put, you know, the corner of it under your arm and you drag it that way. And it got caught, the back end of it got caught on something, and there was a nail sticking out right here, and it just ripped. Probably like a centimeter deeper. I don't know, I think I would have needed stitches. I don't think I need them now. I mean, it stopped bleeding, so whatever. But I'm sure Sid's gonna freak out. I don't know if I have enough time to try to get her reaction. We have reservations at 6 o'clock and it's already 5, so I'm like, I really gotta get in the house and shower, change, you know, say hello to everyone and then get back out the door, so. Good morning. It's currently 5:25 a.m. Saturday morning, and I've got at least a minimum of 10 miles. So I'm pretty sure I told you guys yesterday about how my buddy, my High Rocks partner, Logan, is doing, he has an hour and 45 run plan in his, you know, workout today. I was gonna do that with him, but I just don't know if I have the time because Sydney and Gretchen, they have their Petula event today at Armature Works. So I gotta be there to support that. And then also, I've got all this equipment in the back of my truck that I want to have returned by 7 o'clock or around that, before I go to the Petula event. So I'm just like, I don't know, I'm gonna do a minimum of 10. It's currently, my plan is to get out there by 5:30 and then I wanna be done by 7. Because if I'm done by 7, I can shower, eat a little something, get that piece of equipment returned, and then be to the event by 8:30 because it starts at 9. So that's the plan. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Also, so a little recap of last night. As I told you guys, I got home and literally had 0 time at all. I was running around. I didn't stop sweating until I got in the car. So we went to dinner, really good dinner. We went to Olivia. I had like a short rib, like inside of like a ravioli. It was so good. And then of course I got a pizza with that as well. But yeah, our meals were super good. We were super happy with it. We went and got ice cream afterwards and then came home. And it was pretty late. I think we probably went to bed around 10 o'clock. So yeah, it's an early morning for that late of a bedtime, but let's get after it. Let's do it. It's pretty dark out here. I don't know if you guys can see me. This new camera apparently has like a night mode. So, oh wow, look at the sky back there. You can kind of see it in the camera there. Looking good. We just hit mile 1. It was a 9:23 pace. Dude, it is muggy. Like, I already feel like I'm drenched and out of breath. So, but whatever, we're vibing. Got music in, feeling good. Just sent a little video to my High Rocks partner, and I was just like, good morning, bro. You know, hey, up at 5 a.m. Saturday morning, boots on ground by 5:30. Wouldn't change anything about that. Shit's awesome. This shit is sick. I found this like 2-mile loop around the house. So it's been super nice being back here running with this higher mileage, because I don't necessarily need to like worry about the mileage. I mean, my watch is still gonna vibrate and tell me what mile I'm on, but like I can basically just focus on this loop and know where I'm at. So 10 miles today will just be 5 of these loops, since it's a 2-mile loop. So one more thing, I can like no longer listen to rap music while I'm running. Like, it's either worship music or it's Noah Kahan. It's just like the vibes. Noah Kahan behind worship music. He makes the best running music. I don't know. I'm sure some people will relate. Just finished mile 2, and I think we were in at 9:30 there. Just slow vibes, get in a rhythm. It's crazy how, like, I'm like thinking back and I'm just like, okay, there's a point, I was 280 pounds, and I can remember in high school, like, I played football, but I like wanted to do wrestling. But I can remember seeing how much those guys ran, and I was like, oh, screw that. Ain't no way. Like, there's no piece of me that wanted any kind of running, anything to do with any kind of running. But then, shortly so, it was time to go to college. It was my senior year of high school, and I played D-line in high school, specifically nose guard. Because I was so like heavy, I was just like a bowling ball in the middle. Nobody could move me. Just stuff the middle, you know, so like running the ball was super hard. They always had to hit the outside tackles. So I knew going to college, I was going to FAU, and I knew going to college, I was like, bro, with my like height, I'm 6 foot. I was like, with my height, there's really no way like I'm going to the league at D-line. And I'll say, like, you know, I put those limitations on myself, which I regret nowadays, like being older, because I know that it actually is possible, but whatever. So then before going to college, like, I did a bunch of research on like eating. I knew that that's where it began to start losing weight. And I knew I needed to start doing some form of cardio. So in Vero Beach, where I'm from, there's this bridge. So you've got beachside, and then you've got like the mainland. Beachside is just like an island, and there's a bridge that connects the two. So what I did, it's probably like a 2-mile bridge. I started running that almost every day. And I started dropping weight. I think I showed up to FAU from like 280. I showed up at like 260, I think. And I was like, oh my goodness, this actually works. So then, when I got to FAU, I mean, the practices alone, I was sweating so much, burning so many calories, that I really just had to focus on my eating there. And the weight continued to just start shedding off. Eventually got moved to DN. And then after that, I transferred and then started playing linebacker. But I don't know, I guess like telling this story is kind of how I got into running. And now I think that I've gone through phases of like enjoying it. And like whenever I was like training for like a half or full marathon, it was just like I put so much into that. And it was like all I could think about. And then after the race, I would like want to take a break. Wouldn't want to run at all. So this time around, you know, I just told myself like, have fun with it. Yes, I'm training for high rocks, but like, just have fun with it. Like my life doesn't depend on it, you know? Have fun with it, but I also did it because I want to get fitter. Like, I wanted to lean back out. And it's definitely helping for sure. I feel like I'm leaning out. I'm a firm believer in everyone. I mean, we all have different body types. So I think you got to figure out what works best for you. And I think for me, you know, running throughout the week and also throwing in a few days of weightlifting really helps my body change. And of course, you know, having a good diet. Driving?
Or I thought you were running the opposite way. I come bearing gifts.
Bearing gifts.
How's
I
it
needed
going
gels.
so far?
My quads are super heavy.
Yeah. What are we at right now?
This
6 or
is
7?
lap 7 and
Okay.
8. I got this loop and one more.
Okay. You've got that.
Thank you. I'm gonna give this. Run is complete. Oh boy. After like, whenever Sid brought me those gels, I had to give her the camera. Because I just had I had my phone, the camera, and then I needed those gels. I just didn't have any room for the camera, so. I think y'all were with me up until mile 7. I think, yeah. So I took that gel on mile 7 going into 8, and the carbs from it just got my stomach moving, and I had to stop at the house because I had to use the bathroom. So keep that as PG as possible. I'm sure you all can use your imagination. But anyways, you know, we got the stats. Also, if anyone was curious, I use the Garmin Venue 3. If anyone has a Connect with Garmin, I would love to talk about getting a new watch. I just want something bigger. I know which one I do want, and obviously, you know, if there's any sort of partnership in the picture, that would be awesome. But I'm definitely looking into getting a new watch here soon. But anyways, to the stats. So we did 10.03 miles. Our total time was 1 hour and 34 minutes, and that put us at a 9:23 average pace. Felt great. Would have loved to get that extra 10 minutes to hit the 1 hour and 45. but I just don't have the time. It's already 7 and I gotta get moving to try to be down to Sid's event by 8:30 while dropping off this piece of equipment. So gotta get to drop that off and then get over to Armature Works, which is where the event is at. So I'm gonna get showered, get some food. Right here, I've got ice cold water and some electrolytes. I swear this just hits so hard after a run. Like, it's just so refreshing. So refreshing. But anyways, all right, talk down a little bit. Shot right there. That was a really good event. I did a bunch of content for Sid on her camera and flew the drone, so you guys will see a lot of that on her vlog, but I couldn't really do both. Like, I didn't even have my camera with me, so it was a great turnout. I mean, it doubled since last year. So we got home after that, and honestly I laid down and took a nap because we are going to Chris Stapleton. We're going to a concert tonight at Raymond James Stadium, and I was just like, dude, if I want to be any sort of fun tonight, like, I need to lay down for a bit. So we're doing that. We're all ready. I think the girls are taking pictures, so we're gonna grab something to eat before, and then we'll head to the stadium. I don't know if you're allowed. Yeah, you should be able to bring a camera in, so I'll probably do that.
Which is crazy. It looks like
Sid's gonna get one soon because she's gonna say, oh my gosh,
I'm excited to see how it looks. Hi guys, we're headed to the concert. Look how cool my hair looks. Gretchen, where we at, girlie? Like, look how cute your dress is, and you didn't even know we were going to a concert. It's perfect.
It was meant to be.
I know. Guys, did you already tell them that we had no plans of doing this concert, and then someone told us last night? Oh, I need to tell them this. We were at Olivia last night, and do we remember? Carson, yeah.
Carson, shout out Carson.
Shout out Carson, because she's like, oh, we're going to a Chris Stapleton, I'm going to a Chris Stapleton concert tomorrow, and she was coming to our Petula event. We did a workout event this morning, and we're like, oh, Chris Stapleton is here, which Jay and I were kind of talking about how we were bummed that Noah Khan was in Orlando last night, but we're like, we probably wouldn't have a voice for the event this morning, would have been so tired, like, that's a lot. So when we saw the Chris Stapleton, we all, after dinner, we were like, should we get some
thinking
tickets?
how meant to be that was we ran to a bathroom. If we didn't,
we wouldn't have even known, and then we would have just seen people, like, maybe someone would have said something today, or like,
sad that we're not going.
Yes, and like, what would we have even done tonight? We would have just chillaxed or something. This was perfect.
That
So
was so meant to be.
we're going to, actually, Max is in, we were just getting gas, but Max is in Starbucks grabbing us all a little drink, and then we're headed to dinner. And then we're off to the concert. It's Lainey Wilson is opening up, so we're definitely gonna be getting there for Lainey first.
Is that tripod grippy on the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
so nice. I know. It's a handy dandy little thing.
It wasn't sliding around. I was like,
I know.
Got so many different gadgets.
Cutie boy. Oh. Hi, cutie man. Look at our family hanging out right here. Mwah. Mwah. Kisses. Mwah. Sorry.